Welcome to 9940 Design, where we dive into the planning numbers in South London to give you insights into the trends in your area. Today we're going to be talking about planning applications received in Bexley, Greenwich and Lewisham, and what the trends are showing us for the local construction industry. Just so you know where they are all neighbouring councils in South East London, and we're looking at validated planning applications over the last 2 weeks to see what this means for the future of construction in those areas. Let's start with Greenwich. Over the past 2 weeks there are 163 applications. This figure is slightly higher than March from previous years, which is a change from last week where we were having a downturn, but that may be turning. It's slightly down from last month though, but it's worth noting that February itself was above average. The number is above December and January just gone, but remember December played out like a normal month rather than the slightly slower month that it is. January was a bit up on where it is normally. It's usually a bit sluggish at the beginning of the year, but we may be seeing a slowing down in Greenwich. There have been lower numbers for the last 4 or 5 weeks, but that may be turning now. For February, the numbers were high. What's really interesting is that the last 3 months have been above their corresponding month's long-term average. We'll have to keep an eye on Greenwich to see where it's going over the next month. Turning to Bexley, there are a lot less applications in general. The borough is more residential and has less commercial spaces, and house and land values are less, so historically we've seen fewer planning applications in Bexley. Over the last 2 weeks, there are 91 applications in Bexley. Over the past 2 months or so, there's been noticeably high application numbers, which is showing an upward trend, but this week's number is lower than last week's, but it's still high compared to over the last year. Bexley's numbers are showing signs that they could be slowing, but we'd like to keep an eye on it over the next few weeks. Moving on to Lewisham, it's closer into central London, is more of an inner city borough than Greenwich and Bexley, so between Bexley, Greenwich and Lewisham, we get a good cross-section of South London. The numbers are up here. There are 160 planning applications in Lewisham over the last fortnight. This is an increase from last week. The numbers are high compared to the last 3 months, but December and January were low months, so the increases aren't as high as the percentages suggest. A good comparison is to November and February, where this week's number is also above. It should be noted that it is above March of last year as well. The current number is one of the highest it's been for the last year, which is good news for the construction industry in Lewisham. So to sum up, both Lewisham and Greenwich are showing positive signs for the construction industry. Lewisham has seen a notable rise, particularly in recent weeks. Greenwich has been a bit down recently, but may be turning around. And Bexley has been up, but may be on a downturn. These trends are definitely worth keeping an eye on, and we'll continue to monitor the data and bring you updates in future episodes. Thanks for listening. We've been 9940 Design. We'll give you another update next week, so click the subscribe button to stay in touch.